Hello everybody and welcome to today's little video. So basically I have been asked multiple times which my favorite Pokemon is, and I have always kind of struggled to know. So this is a little matrix that is gonna help us just finally understand which is my actual favorite Pokemon. And maybe we learn something about ourselves along the way. So if we start with Generation 1, it's kind of gonna be difficult and easy at the same time. But my favorite normal type is Eevee, because Eevee's cute. When it comes to fire types, it's more difficult, because I do love the Charmander line. I do love the Ninetales line, Arcanine. I like all of them except Magmar, basically. But the thing that makes me the most happy out of these is probably a tiny Bonita. For water type, it is gonna be a Lapras. Maybe not, because I do think... Nah, Lapras is fine. Gonna go with Lapras. For grass types, it's gonna Ivysaur, because Ivysaur is cute. Electric has so many things to choose from. Raichu, because Pikachu is overrated. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dugong. I actually like Dugong. I know it's not a popular Pokemon, but it's a little seal. I like seals. I'm a Viking. Fighting types is actually gonna be Primeape. Here, it's sort of close with Poliwrath, but Primeape. Poison type, I always forget how many poison type there is in Generation 1. But, I mean, Victory is a classic. But it's something about Nidoking. It's just powerful boy. Cool. Ground type Marowak. Cute. For flying. Pidgeot? Psychic type. Mew. If you can't tell, I'm basically trying to not think too much about it and just click on the one that is the most happy to me. The thing that brings me joy. Rock type. Honestly, Onyx. I really want Onyx to be stronger than it is, because it is not. A whole lot to choose from. Very much lot to choose from. Alright, I forgot about this. Yeah. Dark type wasn't a thing. So, missing, no. Steel type kind of wasn't a thing, but I prefer. Fairy type? The starter... Oh yeah, I forgot about yellow. Best starter? Oh, gimmick form. Those exist. Right. Honestly, this one. I really like Venusaur when it has a little flower on its head. Charizard is cool. Blastoise, I'm not a fan of Blastoise. And most of these guys are pretty cool. But yeah. Legendary. I'm kind of choosing between Articuno and Mew, because I like both of them. But I think I like Mew slightly more. And favorite overall? Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to go with this one. It was a bit of a hard choice, but this is... Like, Mega Venusaur is kind of the thing that I just felt like, no, this thing is staying on my team no matter what, if I get it. But skipping on to Generation 2, the Johto region, which is an amazing region with not a whole lot of Pokemon. Tell yourself. I really feel like I do not have a whole lot to choose from. Except for here. Here I do have a lot to choose from. And now we're fine. Grass type is making. Gotta love the grass type starters. Electric Ampharos, because I had one on my thing. It was the strongest little boy. I forgot what his name was, but strongest little boy. Ice type Sneasel. Heracross. I don't really like any. That is an easy one. Just Steelix. Sorry. Flying type. So I have already chosen Crobat though, so I don't want to choose Crobat again. I think I'm gonna go with Skarmory. I thought that was legendary back in the day. Turns out it is not legendary. Giraffe Rig for Psychic. Bug type. I used to like Lydian a whole lot, but right now I think it's actually this little dude. He's pretty cool. For rock type, it's Tyranitar, has always been. Ghost type, I have a lot to choose from. Very difficult choice here. Yes. Dragon type, once again, very difficult to choose. And dark type, we actually have some options, and it's Umbreon. Because obviously, it's Umbreon. For steel type, I've already chosen the 3 that I actually like. So I'm gonna choose Skarmory again. For fairy type, it's probably gonna be a Togetic. Mainly because the anime, because it's just very cute. Carter, that's gonna force me to choose between my 2 babies. And I'm gonna go with Meganium. And for gimmick forms, honestly, Steelix, I love the little rainbow sheen that comes from the spikes. And for legendary, it's Suicune. Easily. And for my favorite over all of these guys, I think Suicune. Because Umbreon I don't like as much. Yeah, Suicune. Generation 3 is the generation where I didn't watch the anime. I do also play any games, so I might struggle here. But for normal types, this little fella is just very cute, so let's go with that. And for fire type, it's cast form. For water type, it's gonna be something. Cool Pokemon. Kind of like the back. For grass type, it's Tropius. And I like Breloom as well, and I like Nust. But something about Tropius just makes me very, very happy. For electric type, it's Manectric. I mean, the Pikachu clones are cute, though, to be perfectly fair. They're just very useless. For an ice type, Sveal is amazingly cute and adorable, and I kind of love it. Fighting type is Breloom, because Breloom is really cool. Poison type is honestly Revelia. For a ground type, it is, surprise, surprise, a Flygon. For a flying type, we have already chosen Tropius. Pretty sure I need to save Altaria for later. So let's go with Swallow. I like Beautifly as well, though. Perfectly honest. No, I do not need to save an Altaria. Let's go with Altaria. Psychic type is Gardevoir. I have loved Gardevoir since what's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. I've loved Gardevoir ever since. Gardevoir, easy choice. For bug type, it's Beautifly. And I kind of like the gender differences. Just a pretty little butterfly. For rock type is Aggron. It's amazing and it's cool. Love it more than Tyranitar. More useless than Tyranitar, apparently, but I think shop it, honestly, because I kind of like the little lore behind it. Yeah, honestly, shop it. For a dragon type, though, and I like all of them, but honestly, Latios, because of the movie. I like the kind of big brother thing that he had with Latias. Yeah. For a dark type, however, I like most of these guys, but I'm gonna give in to the tiny little teenage anxiety girl inside of me and go with Absol. Absol is very cool. For a steel type, it's gonna... Is that thing a steel? But Aggron. For a fairy type, let's go with Mawile. It's fine. I just like Gardevoir more, but me. For a starter, I'm gonna go with Mudkip and never evolve it past that point. For a gimmick form, I really like the little ballroom gown. I really like Mega Mawile as well. Well as Absol. Perfectly fair. But I think it's something about that ballroom gown dress. Kind of really cool. And for a legendary from this region, it's up the sibling rivalry. And for my favorite overall of these, it is probably gonna be Tropius. I really like Flygon as well, but as I said, there's something about Tropius that just make me really, really happy. Yeah, there's a lot of really close ones there, though. Generation 4, however, is when I actually started playing games. So from here on out until we get to this region, because here I won't do absolutely nothing. But from Generation 4 to Generation 6, I actually played the games and I boost Pokemon. Then we enter a black hole again until later on. But for normal type here, it's gonna be Lopunny. For a fire type, it is gonna be Infernape. It's actually a pretty cool boy. For a water type though, I kind of like a lot of these. I actually like the Piplup line. Floatzel, amazing Pokemon. Lumineon, really, really like the lore behind it. It's not really that visible in game that it's supposed to be luminescent and stuff like that. And the 3D sprite is really that pretty. It was a whole lot more pretty in form. So maybe Floatzel actually. For a grass type, I once again like a whole lot of them. Basically everyone except this little tentacle monster thing. But I'm gonna go with Leafeon here. But only because I know that some other Pokemon are gonna come up later. For electric... Oh, I forgot about you. The spiky-eared Pikachu. Are cute. But you If you have played through Sinnoh, you love Luxray. You do. For an ice, I both, but let's go with Glaceon. For a fighting type, oh, it's gonna be Mario, because I would love to love Gallade, but the little diaper thing is weird to me, and that just weirds me out a bit too much. So, Lucario. For a poison bait, Roserade. Yes. For a ground type, let's go with Gliscor, because something else is they're gonna turn up later on. Okay, I love a whole lot of the ground types in this generation. This is when I thought that I loved the ground type, right? Because I like 3 of them, so therefore I like everything. For flying though, honestly, it used to be Staraptor here, but honestly, I'm kind of Driftlim. Something about that is really interesting to me. And for a psychic type, let's go with the Guardians, the Lake Guardians, all of them. For a bug type, Vespiquen, rock type, Bastiodon. Used to be Rampardos, and nowadays it's Bastiodon, especially Shieldon. That little thing is adorable. A ghost type though. And here we go to the dragons. Garchomp. Dark. Thank God. I'm not particular. Steel type, since I've gotten all of these guys, basically, I'm gonna go with Empoleon. This is gonna be the first time starters are actually appearing for me. Fairy type, Togekiss. Me. Partial to both. Favorite starter? Torterra, obviously. For a favorite gimmick form, however, I am not that. I don't really like any of them. Weirdly, because this is a generation where I like a whole lot of forms. I don't like the gimmick forms. Lucario, probably. It looks like a dragon warrior. Eh. And for a favorite legendary, Jamie, probably. My favorite overall is obvious. If you know me, it's gonna be Torterra. Obviously, but kind of a fun thing that all of the starters kind of popped up somewhere along the line. But Generation 5, for the normal type here, I actually like Sosbach the because I really like the different seasons and how that makes Sosbach look different. My favorite fire type, Chandelure, because you can sing. I'm not gonna sing right now, but you know. My favorite water type, though, I kind of like the most. Like the Oshawott line, that is, I think, the first starter that I got when I played Generation 5. I like the Tirtoga thing, I like Swanna nowadays. The little Frillish is also really cute. My favorite type? I'm kind of deciding between Swanna and Samurott. Kind of hurting in between them. But based on the games that I have played, is probably Samurott. I have the most Samurott. I really want to give Swan a chance though. For the grass type though, if we don't go to the Soulspark line, because we've already chosen one of them, either gonna be Lilligant or... I forgot the name. I had it the back of my tongue just moments before. Whimsicott. I'm pretty sure it's Whimsicott. I think I'm actually inching more to Whimsicott. It definitely used to be Lilligant, but I think Whimsicott. Electric Mons, however, you cannot see a little Joltik in Scarlet and Violet and not fall in love with the teensy-tiny jumpy little fella. It's amazingly cute and adorable. And for the eyes type, I'm impartial to all of them, but there we go. For fighting type, I've not played with these dudes ever. Feeling kind of partial to all of them, but yeah. Easy. That little thing is cool and amazing as soon as you get over that it's not a butterfly. Little young me wanted a butterfly. This is very cool. From the top. I think Silver is cuter. This little thing can go die in a dumpster fire. Oh, Swanna. I wanted to choose Swanna in the water type category, so choosing Swanna there is fine. For Psychic though, let's go with the little singing, dancing fella. A bug type though, Livani probably? Generation 5 has a lot of really, really cool and strong bugs. There we go. I'm trying to not think too much about it. It's surprisingly difficult to not think. And it's 2 chandeliers, but that is fine. I have just decided. For the dragon type here, I really love Drudagon. Not so much nowadays. And I'm gonna go with Zekrom because I kind of sort of ish chose Reshiram a bit ago, so fairness, probably. For dark type, Zoroark has always been. Really like. I feel like I really like edgy Pokemon, but the dark types are edgy. I'm also bumping it up with all of the cuteness along the line, so it's fine. It's that way. I have already chosen Whimsicott, so it's gonna be me. Oh, favorite starter, I really like Gimmick for Mega Audino. I kind of really like me. Favorite legendary, however. I don't know, I haven't played with many of the legendary. There we go. That's probably fine. And for my favorite Mon overall here, might actually be Zoroark. I'm not thinking too much about it. There's plenty that comes close though. Soulspark being one, Chandelier, Samurott, little Jolty. Very cute. But think yeah. Now we come to the generation where fairy type actually becomes a thing. Because these guys weren't fairy types when they came out. For normal type here, it is Furfro. I don't remember which is my favorite style of them. British, or I normally went with the star. Also pretty sure I went with the heart sometimes, but I wasn't too fond of it. Let's go with that. My favorite. I don't really want to choose Charizard here. Charizard is amazing. Everyone. But I feel like it's kind of overrated. I used to like Delphox. Now I kind of think Delphox is kind of weird. But it's probably gonna be Talonflame, honestly. That is a very cool little bird. My favorite water type, that's gonna be a Skrelp. That's just adorable. My favorite grass type, I didn't want to go there, but nothing comes close to this awesomeness. That is Venusaur, so. My favorite electric type, we can either choose between the, 2.5 new things, or the Mega Evolutions, or the 6 Pikachus. Gonna go with Jetene. This, I actually have a really... It's the Aurora Borealis. Obviously, I'm gonna love it to bits. And for the fighting type, check type element. I don't like either of them, but if I have to choose, I'm gonna go with Pancham. For a poison type, for Golgi. For a ground type, why do I have to choose Pokemon that I have already chosen before? Mega Steelix. Oh, I forgot about the Vivillon. But Noivern. Look, have I have any other honestly? I want to choose Mega Redactyl, but Mega Redactyl is apparently in pain all of the time, and that kind of makes me not want to choose that one. I do like all of the Vivillon though. I like butterflies, apparently. But Noivern is really, really cool. Yeah, Noivern. My favorite psychic type though... And if Mewtwo is that, this thing has a lot of Easter eggs, and I am understanding basically 5% of all of the Easter eggs. But yeah, just choose one. For bug type, it is gonna be Vivillon, but that needs... I think that is a snowy one, but I'm pretty sure that is my favorite one as well. I like blue butterflies. Blue overall. My favorite rock type... Don't want to repeat myself, we're gonna choose the pre-evolution of the Aurora Pokemon that I have forgotten what its name is, but I do like it, I promise you. It's just that it basically exists nowhere, so I forget its name. Right now, I'm kind of liking Aegislash, that line, more. So I'm gonna go with Aegislash. Kind of a cool little thing. My favorite dragon type, if we now exclude... Important thing here, we are excluding the Pokemon that we have already picked. Right, we're excluding Dragolti, we're excluding Noivern, because both of these would come before Kumi, Gudra. But if we exclude those, it might actually be Mega Charizard, actually. Sorry. Charizard gotta shine sometimes, okay? We have let Venusaur shine so many times now. Yeah. Favorite dark type Mon, however. Malamar is actually kind of cool. Let's go with that. Skill type though. The little keychain is weird but kind of cute. Here it is. I thought it was gonna be easy. It turns out it is not. I kind of like Florges, because it's both a flower and a fairy type at the same time. I mean, a pink little demon. But actually Sylveon. Florges do come pretty close though. I forgot that I needed to pick a favorite starter. It's Delphox. Don't need to think about it. Gimmick form. Forgot how many gimmick forms we have all of a sudden. We've already chosen that once. We could... Yeah, Mega Venusaur. Fine. That is fine. Our favorite legendary, however, is probably going to be Xerneas. I played X. Xerneas is pretty cool, and it's a massive deer with rainbow-colored antlers. It is very cool. For my favorite out of all of these guys, I like Xerneas, but I probably like Sylveon more. I like Noivern a whole line. I like Mega Venusaur. But Neptune! You gotta love Neptune, okay? You gotta love Neptune. Neptune is amazing. Now I'm really gonna struggle with the names. Pretty sure this is Drampa. Drampa is pretty cool. I never played with him. I'm pretty sure he's pretty cool. Yeah. No. Mega... Marowak? I can choose a Marowak. Marowak. Here, for the water type, it's probably gonna be Primavera. I like this little line that I'm also right now forgetting what their name is. There's over 1,000 Pokemon by now. You gotta have some leniency. For my favorite grass type is be either Shinotic or this little. I have not played with either of these two guys. I kind of like both of them. It's kind of close though. It's really close. For electric mons, we once again have 7 Pikachu for some unknown reason. And I really feel like a whole lot of people... I know that the Golem thing is pretty cool. I know that Vikavolt is amazing, apparently. I wouldn't know. I never played with them. I did play some of Sun and Moon. Not a whole lot, but some. It is basically electric Lucario. It's... yeah, can't go wrong with that. For the ice type, though, it is Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, because Ninetales is amazing. And especially the Alolan thing. I kind of really think that they built up on existent design really, really well. For the fighting type, I highly doubt I'm gonna have enough dragons. Why are there dragons everywhere? It's either grass types everywhere or it's dragons everywhere. I think that is Marini. I don't really... But the little sea urchin is actually an amazing, cool little Pokemon. I would like to use it. It's very cool. For my favorite ground type, though, I kind of like Mudbray. I just don't really like the weird leg warmer thing that the evolution has, which is also why I never remember what the evolution is called, because why on earth would you want to evolve this little precious thing into something that looks like a mixture between a cow and a horse and leg warmers? I don't know. Let's go with Mudbray. I really like the Miniors, and I have not had an opportunity to actually play with them. But having a purple little Minior, I would like to have a purple Minior on my team. It sounds like an amazing idea. I should get one. Sounds like a bother to actually go for the purple, but I should get one at some point. Psychic, it's a Lowland Raichu. Favorite bug type? I forget whatever this thing is called. I want to call it QTB, but I know it's called QTB. My favorite rock type is honestly really easy. It is Lycanroc in the sunset form. Ghost type, however, you? Favorite dragon type? I don't want to repeat myself, so Turtonator. My favorite is probably Meowth. I don't really like Galarian. It's not Galarian, Alolan version. But the Meowth is actually pretty cool. I kind of like it. Just not the round melon head that comes after it. For Steel type, however, is gonna be Sandslash. This once again, I like Sand. I like the normal Sandslash as well. So, Sandslash. Favorite fairy type? I like collection. I like Mimikyu, I like Primarina. I like most of the little fairy types. I'm not really fussed over the totem ones. But Alolan 9. Chosen Alolan Ninetales, but it is fine. My video, my rules. Favorite starter overall is gonna be Primarina. For my favorite gimmick form is Alolan Ninetales. My favorite legendary is it kind of like the whole backstory. My favorite out of all of these, I'm kind of torn between Lycanroc and Ninetales. But I think I'm gonna go with Lycanroc. It's really close though. I'm gonna say it's really close. Generation 8, which I am dragging myself through at the moment, but I have also right now realized that Legends Arceus also Generation 8. But that is only because of my shiny little woolululululululu. I'll say that. My favorite fire type, though, the little Hisuian Growlithe is so adorable, so cute. How on earth can you not choose him? For the favorite water type, Samurott. Favorite grass type is once again pretty difficult. Appleton. I would like for it to be slightly bigger than it is, but Appleton, kind of cool, kind of cool. Electric trip. Honestly think it is Boltund. I found it weird. I used to find it weird with the little paws. They are kind of weird for someone who's used to Airedale Terriers, which has like logs for legs, where you can't see the little toe beans. But yeah, Boltund probably. For the eyes. Don't remember what his name is, but he's an ice horse. I feel like a simple person. I am in doubt and I see ice horse. I'm gonna go for an ice horse. For the fighting type, how it is. Snizzler? Pretty sure? Yeah, it's Snizzler. Poison type. Not allowed to choose Snizzler. Difficult. I think it's gonna be Toxtricity. Not really sure which form. I honestly like both of them equally, so I'm just gonna that one, because that is what my current Toxel is gonna evolve into. And I am indifferent to both of them. Not indifferent, but I like them the same. For my third ground type, I haven't played with the Galarian Yamask and what it evolves into. I've forgotten what the evolution is called. As you probably have understood from now, I am not that knowledgeable when it comes to Pokemon names. I haven't played with it, but I kind of really want to. I'm gonna go with that just because of that. My favorite flying type? Abby. Very nice. It's a cool bird. Gotta love it. My favorite psychic type. Braviary. Really like the Braviary. Not Galarian, the Suvian Braviary. For my third. I kind of like it. Snom and the evolution is just very, very cute and adorable, so me. Favorite rock type? This dude has forever ruined the normal version to me, because I am just... If you give me this little Pokemon that I am right now forgetting the word name of, but it starts with an A. And it's not the size of a mountain, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I need Pokemon the size of mountains. My favorite ghost type here, however... I kind of like Dragapult, but Zoroark... Basculegion is really, really cool as well, though. Do I prefer Basculegion? Because that is a really, really... Nah, we're gonna go with Hisuian Zoroark. It's a close one when it comes to the ghost types, actually. My favorite dragon type, though? Goodra, probably. I really, really like this one. I like a lot of these little dragon ones, but something about that massive snail actually having a shell so it actually looks like a snail dragon. It's just really, really cool. My favorite dark type, however, Morpeko. This is kind of fun. Favorite steel type, I have already chosen my favorite steel types, so we're gonna go with because I chose Shield to play, and Sakian or Samacenta, I'm not really sure which is which. Fine. My favorite fairy type, though, I thought Ponyta was a fairy type. Apparently it's not. Yeah. My favorite starter? Samurott? The favorite gimmick form, since I haven't been able to choose Galarian Ponyta, I'm gonna choose Galarian Ponyta because that thing is just so cute and it looks like it is made out of cotton candy and I love it. And I want the plushie. The favorite legend, apparently I cannot choose Arceus. So you know, huge disappointment immediately. Gotta love the centaurs. Favorite out of all? And I feel like I don't really have a clear favorite here. Just looking at them, there's nothing that's just... Yeah, oh my gosh, this is the favorite. I think we're gonna go with Galarian Ponyta because it is really adorable. It's kind of the thing that stands out to me the most. Kind of a close-ish one though. But current generation, normal type. Cyclizar. Fire types, it is gonna be Armarouge. I think that is the one. I like them. Water type. I'm not particularly fond of any of these guys. So let's go with Ogerpon because I doubt I'm gonna choose Ogerpon for the others. My favorite grass type, however, kind of like most of them. I'm not particularly fond of the little Scoville line. I don't even know what these guys are. But there's a T-Pokemon, and it's a grass-type T-Ghost. My favorite. The electric mons. Pokémon is just adorable and huggable and also very, very strong. Me. Hitting it. I forget what it's... Coridon is pretty cool. I prefer Coridon. I think I do. We're gonna go with Coridon. All of the dragons, once more. All of the dragons. I have so many dragons. This dragon really is my favorite type. My favorite poison type. Pretty cool. Don't really know what it's called. Glimora, I think. Favorite ground type. Clodsire is adorable, and you gotta love Clodsire. Favorite flying type. Really fond of any of them, but pretty cool one. Favorite psychic type. That illusion, but bug. Yeah, I'm not fussed over any of these guys, honestly. Like whatever the thing that ancient Volcrona is called, that one. In my defense, I haven't seen that one in game yet. So. Give me my Minecraft one for the rock type. Okay, it is. Oh. My favorite ghost type, however, The little doggo with a little ghost candle on the top of his head is really, really cute and adorable. Yeah. Favorite dragon type, if we need to choose something that we haven't already chosen, because we have chosen a lot. He's not called High Dragon, I am right now. I do not. I haven't chosen Miraidon yet. Do we have to legendary? Let's go with Miraidon. For my favorite dark type. You gotta love the dogs in the Paldea region. Paldea region and their dogs, they are amazing. You gotta love them. The steel type, it's Tinkaton, I'm pretty sure it's called. The massive one with the massive hammer. That is a really, really cool mon. Amazingly cool Pokemon. My favorite fairy type, though, if Tinkaton has already been chosen. I know it's not called a Dachshund, because that is what the real thing. But you know, the cinnamon bun fairy dog Pokemon. I have a lot of dogs. But Paldea region and their dogs, right? For my favorite starter is Meowscarada. Obviously. A grass type starter, and it's a cat. My favorite gimmick form? It is gonna be the Poltergeist. Once again, I'm not sure what they are called actually, but that is my favorite of the gimmick forms. My favorite legendary. I'm not really sure because both Ogerpon and the Miraidon, Koraidon, I kind of like them all the same. Honestly, I like them the same. So we're gonna go with this little dude and just hope that I'm gonna like it at least as much, and then they are all here. For my lean favorite, like number one favorite out of these guys, however, is gonna be pretty difficult. Because, once again, I do like all of the legendaries, like Koraidon, Miraidon, Ogerpon, I do like them a lot. I really... This does feel kind of weird. And I think this is mainly because I haven't battled a whole lot with Koraidon or Miraidon. But it's actually gonna be Tinkaton. Which feels kind of weird. But that is gonna be it. There's some really, really close ones though. I will say there's some really close ones in this generation. But now for my favorites overall. I feel like it's now once again gonna be very difficult. But my favorite normal type, I feel like I want to say it's Eevee. It's either between Eevee and Cyclizar, but I think I'm gonna have to give the edge to Cyclizar. My favorite fire type on her. There we go. Favorite water type out of all of the guys is gonna be Lapras. My favorite grass type, all of them. We're gonna dinosaur. Favorite electric type is 2B. It's either Pawmot or Ampharos. That's kind of where I'm choosing. Luxray is also really, really low. But I'm gonna give this to Ampharos, actually. It's kind of a close one, but Ampharos. My favorite ice type is gonna be Ninetales. Favorite fighting type is Breloom. Yep, it's gonna actually be Breloom. Favorite poison type is Dragolgi. Ground type, I think it's actually Gliscor. It's kind of close between Flagon and Gliscor, and Marowak is up there as well, but I think it's honestly Gliscor. My favorite flying type Pokemon, it's kind of between Noivern and Corviknight, but I'm gonna go with Noivern. Thing is amazing. My favorite psychic type, however, this is slightly surprising to me, but I'm honestly inching more towards the Hisuian Braviary than Gardevoir. My favorite bug type, all of these guys, is Vivani. Yep. My favorite rock type is rock. Rock. It's kind of close though. I like Bastidion, I like Aggron, but I haven't used one ever. I'm kind of losing a bit of the color. My favorite ghost type, the Pinsoroark. Favorite dragon type out of all of these guys. I like a lot of. I'm kind of being torn between Dragonair, Garchomp, and Miraidon mainly. That's kind of where I'm being. But I'm gonna go with Garchomp because I have more memories of it basically, but it is very, very close. My favorite dark type out of all of these guys, Umbreon is a really, really close one. I like Umbreon more than Absol. But something about that doggo and the story, it's... For my favorite steel type is gonna Alolan Sandslash. Yeah, it's Alolan Sandslash. For my favorite fairy type Pokemon is Sylveon. And my favorite startermon out of all of these guys is Torterra. My favorite gimmick form the matcha Pokemon. My favorite legendary out of all of these guys. This is Xerneas. I can't. Suicune is really, really close by though, but Xerneas. And for my favorite out of all of these, this is a pretty close one. I have thought about it a bit, but this is a pretty close one. What it stands between. So my favorite, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my top 5. My top 5 Pokemon all time is Tropius, Torterra, Dragolgi, and we're 3. Lycanroc, and Latios. Those are my top 5 all time. My actual favorite is Neptune. Kind of surprising. I feel like I am very alone in loving that Pokemon as much as I do, but I do. And also what I has kind of occurred to me while I was doing this is how much I love Pokemon that I force a bond with through battling, through playing the games. Because most of these guys I have a strong memory to in-game, some way or another. Or it's just the best alternative, or I would like to this on my team. But yeah, just playing the game is really important to me, apparently. And I'm just gonna go for the last little bits and pieces down here for a bit, so hang on tight for a bit. So I have kind of just filled in my favorite regional bird, regional mouse, bug, and stuff like that, just to have it here. Because sadly, it's not a pseudo-legendary for some reason. And I also kind of made just quickly, I didn't do a whole lot of research, but I just put together a team that I figured that's still pretty diverse when it comes to different types and stuff like that. So basically, 4 out of my top 5 Pokemon are there. The last is Tropius. I kind of figured that if I'd choose it, that would probably be a Tropius. Then I'm probably gonna change the electric type. Sure. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. Basically, these two are the ones that I'm not particularly sure that's the kind of Pokemon that I would like. But I just picked something because it's good to have. My favorite box legendary is actually Koraidon. The only reason I choose Pokemon Violet to actually play through is... Hello? Get rid of this thing. The only reason I chose Violet is because I like purple and blue a whole lot more than the weird orangey color that you get in Pokemon Scarlet. If it was Scarlet, I would probably be fine with it, but it's a weird orangey red. I'm not a fan. Favorite mythical is Mew. Like, it's not a whole lot to choose from. So, favorite Ultra Beasts, I didn't choose any, because I don't like any of them. I never played with them. I don't care about them at all. Favorite Paradox, I haven't played with a whole lot of them. I do like the box legendaries, but I figured that I probably shouldn't pick one of them, so. And favorite type, I do like... When you click here, I'm guessing that this little chooser is kind of picking up on that I like grass types, dragons, and fairies. Which I do. And dragon and grass types are my favorite ones. When I'm just seeing what I have picked, I feel like it's kind of clear that my favorite is dragon. But I really like grass types as well. Both of these guys like them. Probably like dragon slightly more. But that is also because most dragons are awesome in this game. Favorite Pokeball, I just chose one, but I do like the Netballs. Favorite spin, I just do not care. Same with Alchemy, I haven't... I don't know. I know that I like purple, so I just chose the purple toppings, and I don't know. It's probably fine. But yeah, here we go. These are my favorite Pokemons. I don't know if you guys are surprised, but I am slightly surprised, but I am also slightly not surprised. But it's kind of cool to see. And to just get it on paper like this. I don't think I've seen it so clearly before what I actually like when it comes to Pokemon. And also how insanely many types Pokemon there are. And how much to choose from we actually have in the later generations, as opposed to, you know, Generation 2, where you have one choice for a lot of the different. I feel like this has been really, really cool. And if you thought so as well, just please comment along and let me know which your favorite Pokemon is. I'm also gonna post the link to this page down below, so you just, in case you want to see and do this for yourselves. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Do have a lovely rest of the day, night, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you guys. Do take care of yourself and one another. And until I see you next time, bye bye and a group hug.